Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music. I joke with my students that everything they need to know about harmony they can learn from Christmas music. And like many funny things, it's true. I've picked out 5 or 6 Christmas songs. They range from conventional 3-chord tunes, use of secondary dominant, use of Andalusian cadence, modal tunes. It really kind of runs the gamut. It's fascinating. Let's jump in. Well, before we get started, I'm going to remind you that my YouTube colleague and I, Martin Heidenreich, are running a holiday collaboration challenge. We're asking our subscribers to record a holiday tune, either a Christmas chestnut or something with just holiday good cheer, end of the year, festive energy. Do a video. Put it up on your site. Send us the link. We're going to have a playlist when we're done. Everyone who participates will be entered into a drawing. We've got a bunch of prizes. Martin and I both do reviews, and we have, partners that have contributed a bunch of things. Audio brewers from me. Who has he got? I will have to research that. But we're going to have a big drawing at the end. You have until December 21st. That's the solstice. It's only a couple of weeks, so get busy. Hopefully, this will inspire you a bit. Listen, and now's not a bad time to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. It really helps us a lot. Both Martin and I visit his site. He's doing some fascinating things over there. Listen, let's jump in. So I've got a bunch of different tunes, and I've kind of, I've graded them according to sort of my level of interest in a way. But just to begin, Silent Night, it's the tune that we used last year on the challenge, and Silent Night is a 3-chord tune. The 1 chord. Very simple repeated patterns. 5-7. Back to 1. You can give this to any guitar student. There's the 4 chord, and of course it goes back to 1. And I love how the melody soars here. There's a lot to learn from these beautiful Christmas melodies. They're classics, and they've endured because they exhibit all of the qualities that make a good melody and a strong harmonic underpinning. Now, you probably noticed, as we listen to that many of the melodic tones were chord tones, right? The first expression, G turns off the A and lands on the E. It's the 3rd of the C chord. And then as we go to the 5-7 chord, D and B, 5th to 3rd, and then C root to 5th. Chord tones always sound good. Very simple, straightforward 3-chord tune. It's one of the first tunes this time of year that I teach my guitar students because it's a piece of cake and a great, great piece of music. Let's go on. Well, as I was watching Morocco and Spain battle to into a tiebreaker, and Morocco took it in PKs this morning, I was reminded how much Europe owes to the cultural influence of North Africa. And one of the things that we have to thank that whole musical culture for is the Andalusian cadence. And of course, that's the hit the road jack bass line. Down in whole steps from D, C, B flat to the A. And that's the basic foundation of the great Christmas classic, Carol the Bells. And it's so much fun to play. That melody was off the D, and then we do it in thirds. Off the F is harmonizing the original melody. And again, leaping up, natural minor scale coming down, right? And then I love this moment. And that's worth talking about, that moment right there. That's the ascending melodic minor. Do you know what I mean when I say that? So if I start on D and go D, E, F, G, A, B natural, C sharp, those 2 notes aren't ordinarily in the natural minor. I resolve up to the D again. This is a way to get a 1 chord that's minor and a 5 chord that's dominant, and also a kind of a bright quality when I get to that raised 6 chord. In this little 8-bar melody, we've got the Andalusian cadence. we've got the natural minor scale, and we have the ascending melodic minor scale. We've got this gorgeous little example of harmonization right here. And then a descending natural minor scale, and then an ascending harmonic minor scale. Our ears know this stuff already. Okay, what's next? Well, one of the important things that all of my students need to know, and I think it's great for all of us working out of the Western European classical tradition to know, is how the circle of fifths operates, how dominant and tonic chords relate to each other. And one of the ways that classical composers and songwriters in the early days, not so much anymore, would leverage that is they'd create new key levels by injecting secondary dominance. Listen to what happens in this holiday chestnut. So we're in the key of G, by the way. That was a G chord, and it went to its 4-chord C. G is the 5 of C, so it sort of makes sense. But the composer did not stay there because they went up a step, and A is now going to go to D, A7, not a chord in the key of G. We have a C sharp. And one more, B7 goes to E minor, and then 2, 5, 1. Oh my God. And then into the next section, this is a G, and we're going to do it again, A to D. Back to G, 2, 5, 1. We Wish You a Merry Christmas has 3 key levels within the first 6 bars. It goes bang, bang, bang. G to C, A to D, B7 to E minor, 2, 5, 1 again, home. This is a little bauble, but I wanted to show this to you. Do you know Jolly Old St. Nicholas? Do you know Pachelbel's Canon? Has the same chord progression. So you know how Pachelbel's Canon goes. Every cellist I know just cringes whenever this comes up. Now listen to Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Same chord progression. 1, 5, 6, 4, 1. Actually, that just goes right to 5, but you get the idea, and it happens again. It's a chord progression that's been used for a billion years, right? Great example of a real chestnut here. Pachelbel's Canon, Jolly Old St. Nicholas, a little bit of both. Okay, this is my last one, and it's in a way my favorite. This is the one that around the Advent wreath my family used to sing when I was a kid. And what's terrific about it is it's from a very old, like almost Gregorian chant hymn, O Come Emmanuel, and it's an example of modal composition. The modal jazz players of the 60s would have been right at home in this sound. It's a great melody, and it uses chords, in this case drawn, I played it in F minor, drawn from the F minor system. There's very little variation, doesn't lift out there. It sort of sits in different places within that system. But listen to how there's no tonic dominant relationship. There's no E pushing to F. It's always a E flat, it's always C minor. Love that sound, that modal sound. Flat 7, 1. And there, the E flat is a place to sit for a moment, right? And for a second, it feels like we're in A flat, the relative major, but it really pulls back immediately. And with a 9th on top for a little bittersweet beauty. Well, I hope this has been useful. Check out our holiday collaboration challenge. I'll link to it. And It doesn't have to be a Christmas song. It could be any end of the year song or piece of music. Could be an original piece of music, something that has a sense of joy, of fellow feeling, of togetherness, the things that we associate with coming together around the solstice, right? Like and subscribe. If you ding the bell, you'll be notified when I do my videos. And I'll see you next time.